What's good, beautiful people? How are you? This is your girl, Divine Karma, coming in with a message on today. I send you peace, light, love, and harmony, as I always do about this time. Why? Because Divine Karma loves you, baby. I don't have anything on. I've been in a really meditative, praying, connecting to source kind of energy today, just finding myself. So I've shut down a lot of my social media. It's been like a week now. So I know, you know, I share a lot because I know I'm not the only one going through certain things. And I'm just like, I know if I'm going through it, somebody else could be going through it. And we can always learn and help each other. So it happened the last week, I think, when this last full moon came into play, and like an energy came over me to where I can't explain it so much. It was just, I was off, and I've been off for like 7 days and just trying to figure out why. I was just asking questions like, why am I really here? And because I kept asking spirit and my guides and angels, like, I know what my gifts are, right? And I've been using them to help people, to help myself to move, further in life. And it just seems like, I've been doing all the so-called work to manifest. For me, my dream life is to be able to travel and not work for anyone else anymore, and to allow my spiritual gifts and my mediumship and Reiki, energy healing, and all my gifts to, financially, emotionally support me in all aspects. And I just got in this energy when this last full moon hit, like, why is it not happening? And for a few days, I was demanding. I got in the energy of demanding. I want to see my soul contract. I want to see my soul contract because I'm not understanding. Like, why am I not there already? Like, I've been moving and working and doing, putting this work in for what, like 5 years now, 4 to 5 years now. And it's just like, I should be here. I should be there. And it just was days. I just kept saying, I demand, I want to see my soul contract. I need answers. And I've been in that energy I think for like a week now. So my readings and stuff were still open because I found myself still able to connect to others on an individual basis, for readings or, a channeling session or energy healing or whatever. But just like the overwhelmingness of social media and, doing multiple readings in my channels, and like, I was like, I can't right now, right? It's okay to not be okay. And I have not been not so okay in the last 7 days. And I had text my homeboy. He's very spiritual. He's definitely my brother from a past life, Dondo. And just was texting him, and just like, this is BS. What the is this planet? We're on this floating rock, as if that isn't enough to be. We're literally on a floating rock in the middle of space. But like, is this planet? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what? It was like ground zero for me. And so that's the energy I've been in for 7 days, right? And a few things that the divine and my guides and angels reminded me of was, one, reminded me, as I know, because I kept going through this loop, this, like, I couldn't get out of this loop for the last 7 days of why am I here? Why are things not just why? Right? And it was just a loop, and I was just kept looping and looping and looping. And I know I'm not the only one that has gone through this. And a few things I learned that Spirit reminded me. One, divine, you keep forgetting that there is no such thing as death, right? I got this vision of, and I kept demanding to see my soul contract. And I'm going to tell you what I saw, or what I'm seeing, because I'm asking for Spirit to kind of replay it right now. Imagine there's no such thing as death. And what I was shown was a glimpse of what my judgment day will look like, when I transition and go to wherever it is that I'm going when I leave here. And I'm going to share that with you because it was one of the things that I got. So imagine, when your spirit, transitions and you leave this physical body behind in this life, right? It's not death. There's no such thing. Get death out of your head. You're just going on to another experience, right? So I had to fully be reminded of that because I teach it a lot, but this, like, Spirit was like, needed to inject me with another dose of there's no such thing as death. But imagine your spirit self leaving here, right? And going through, tunnels of light. You're passing ancestors and friends and people that transitioned, before you along the way. And they're in different, it's a collective, but they're in different, versions or whatever you want to call it, themselves. But it's still all oneness with Source, right? But you can see them, as you're passing through, going to, like the frequency, like when you watch things and they show like a frequency wave, like imagine you're going towards that frequency wave and it's a beautiful frequency. You can see this beautiful light. There's all the whatever color you could possibly imagine in this frequency, right? And it's just embodied in love. And that is, for me, that's what I see as the divine consciousness, who some may say God or whatever Source is for you. So imagine yourself heading towards this, passing people. Hey, divine, what's up? Oh, third grade. Da, 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 da. I'm passing all these people. And I'm steady heading toward this frequency, right? And I get there. And it's like the divine. But when I get there, there's like a reminder. Divine, what are you doing? Right? Why do you keep acting like we not the same? I'm you, me. It reminded me of my mantra I say every day when I open my eyes now, every AM. I say, and I'm not talking about when I get up, I'm talking about as soon as my eyes open before I even get out of bed. I say, divine consciousness, I welcome you and invite you into every thought process that I have today and into every energy, frequency, and vibration on today and every day. And I'm so grateful for our partnership. It's my mantra I've been saying for, about a month and a half now. And I get there and I'm sitting with this frequency, AKA the divine consciousness. And it's laughing like, did you forget that we are one, we the same? Right? And I'm like, man. And it said, let me show you what the real judgment day is so you can explain it to people. because there's this misunderstanding that we, who is I'm calling the divine, because I don't think it's one energy. It's it's a frequency in itself. There's this misconception that I, if you want to say I, am going to judge you on your so-called judgment day when you come home, when you come here. I said, okay, right? I'm not the judge, divine. You're your own judge. Explain. Divine, if I am you and you are me and we are one, as you know this, we are not separated. So when your spiritual self and your soul and every dimension and version of you outside of that physical body unites to come here because you've left that physical body, that means you are, and it laughed and said, as you say, 111% in the frequency of us, of me, of the divine, whatever you want to call source, which means, guess who the judge is? You're the judge of your own life. And it said, do you understand? I said, yeah, I understand. It's like if you're God and God is you, your judgment day and you doing your review is not the divine consciousness judging you. You're your own judge. You have to be, because you have now embodied the pure frequency of God without the attachment of the physical body. So you are in the embodiment and essence of the divine in its full capacity at this point. How can it judge you when you are 111% it now? You are your own judge. It doesn't have to judge you, because the separation, the only smidget of separation that we thought we had was attached to that physical body. And now that that's gone, there is no concern, or there's nothing in your energy or spirit at this point that will tell you that you and God or you and the divine are separate. Nothing. You're your own judge. So the divine projection, you get to sit and review your life. And since you now embody my full frequency and vibration without any ego or the physical body attached, right? You will be your own judge and can make your own decisions on where you should have grown. I don't, and it was like, you don't like the words good or bad, divine. So you get to be the judge of things you should have did and did not, things you should have handled, areas of your life you should have grown in, and those things. You're your own judge. And the divine showed me this beautiful light, which was like a screen, and my life just started playing. And me and the divine sat there together as one and watched. And I said, do you understand? Why are you in this judgmental phase in your physical body when you know that it's just your physical body and that you and I are one? As I sat there and watched and reviewed, so many reflections, so many things. I wish I would have handled this different. My divorces, been through two, it's so much. It's so much. And the divine was just like, do you understand? I said, I understand. Doesn't make it any easier in this realm, in this 3D matrix. But I understand. And it said, this is what your judgment day will be like. Now I want you to return back to your floating rock that I created, that we created. And I want you to remember this conversation. You asked to see your soul contract. I did you one better. I showed you what you would review on your judgment day. So now you have a glimpse on what you need to go back and heal so you can move forward and excel in every arena of your life. Right? So here I am. It was a lot. It's I know it's so cliche to say because you hear it all the time. Man, your breakthrough is just that's how like your breakdown is you know you're about to break through. So I had to understand that. And sometimes we forget to be still. We're always we're usually human doings instead of human beings, right? Sometimes we need to be still. I know what I want. I do. I know what I desire. And I know that the answers are within me, just like yours are within you. Whatever you are wanting, desire, it's within you. But sometimes we got to be still to hear the divine, to hear God. It's been a lot for me. I just moved. Work has been at my new job just chaotically insane. And when you work with other individuals and you don't understand people and you get frustrated, as you know, I have a tendency to do, as we all have a tendency to do. Another thing the divine reminded me is have compassion, because when people move in negative energies, for lack of better words, and conversations, and it's usually something wrong, not wrong, but something off with them that they haven't grown from. And they're acting out and projecting their energies onto you because their soul is like within them trying to let them know we need to grow in this area, and they don't want to, you know. And that's the best way I can explain it. And for me, you know, my impatience can kick in, and I forget, you know, where I am and who I am, and that everybody is not there yet. And there's people that's spiritually, you know, I don't want to say higher, but on a different level that I'm, you know, there's no destination. There's just learning and growth and choices. So I had to be reminded to remember that. What's going to come of the situation, far as where I am career wise, I have to detach myself from the outcome. I'm going to throw some scenarios out there when it comes to, and you know, not, I'm going to say less because I don't know who else watching this, and see what comes back and go from there. So if you've been in a funk, you've been in a energy, this last full moon was a doozy. I just wanted to share that because I share what I go through, because so many people go through things. And like I said, if we all shared and helped each other, it would be such a more, well, the new earth. That's that frequency. But so that's why I've been energetically for this last week. And I'm trying to study for a certification for my job. But my energy has been so, you know, out of whack, for lack of better words. I couldn't even focus enough to study. I had just enough, and there were days this week, y'all. I went to bed at 7:30, like the sun was still out. I was in the bed because I didn't even want to interact with anyone or anything when I got off work. It's okay to not be okay. When you're not okay, it's usually the divine. It's usually God telling you to be still and come see me, right? As I did. Am I saying I'm back to 111%? Nah, not just yet. Not just yet. But I'm at about 85, right now. Spent a lot of time this AM meditating. I didn't really go anywhere today. I do got to go get some groceries. But outside of that, there is a lot going on this planet right now, y'all. And spiritual warfare is real. So for my, chosen ones that answered the call, I think everybody's chosen, but some people choose different routes. But those that answered the call and, vibrating on that chosen one level, we're going to have days like this. We're going to have weeks like this. But I'm telling you, just reach out. I have a free consultation on my website. Use it. I don't charge for the first consultation for life coaching. If you just need to talk, reach out, go to my free consultation, and just we'll chop, set a date and chop it up. That's what it's there for. It's getting chaotic on this planet, and the energy of the new earth and old earth, the split it happened. It's already happened. And I was watching Erin Lyons the other day. I don't know if you know who she is. She's really dope. She's one of my favorite divine feminists to watch. Erin, Erin, Lyons, Lyons. Oh, she's amazing. She's a medium as well. And it's hilarious how when you ask the divine for some clarity on some things, random stuff just pops up in your feed on social media, or this happened as well. So I knew the divine was speaking to me. And she, like the second day I was in this funk, she popped up and she was talking about a lot of people right now are stuck in between two timelines. I watched it while I was on the row machine at work, and it hit me because I know I'm stuck in between two timelines, right? And how you know that you're stuck in between two timelines, you got 2 or 3 days that you feel amazing and you're on the right path and you're feeling good. And then you got 2 or 3 days or maybe a week like I've been, to where you're just like, what the am I doing here? What is this place? Why did I choose to come here? Right? Good sign that you're stuck in between two timelines. And really good episode that I watched with her. And what I took away from it was I need to decide and give my energy to the timeline that I want, right? And there's a time for me, this is how I took it and received it. There is these two timelines. There's one where ego is reigning supreme, and there's one where the divine is reigning supreme, the divine consciousness that is I am and it is me and we are one. And I need to make a conscious decision which timeline that I am going to commit fully to. Good days, bad days, weird days, strong days, weak days, whatever days. I need to fully make a commitment to the timeline that I am connected to source and not in any separation from the divine, right? And it's very easy to get stuck in between these two timelines, and a lot of people are right now because of what I just said. That's how you know these days, that days. And I figured out for me the thing that ties me so tightly to this other timeline that I'm trying to get out of is this job. This job, right? Because I know it's not. It's not. I am grateful. Don't ever mistake, and I tell myself I'm not mistaking this for being ungrateful, but my time needs to come. Like I need to wind it down in the medical field. It's time for me to walk away, right? It's almost time. I put myself on a plan. I sat in the chapel at work the other day, which y'all know I don't do religion, but it was like I needed to sit somewhere peaceful, and came up with a plan on how I can pay my vehicle off in 6 months, triple up my car note every month, pay my vehicle off in 6 months. And I gave myself a number that I wanted to save up to go buy me a van tall enough to live in, and that I can stand up in, and and do van life. So I won't have a car note. Yeah, I would just have my basics, so I can devote all of my time to my readings, to being in nature, to connecting with people. And I just asked the divine, just show me, just show me. Let my guides and angels and just keep just show me. And had to make a promise to be open to the signs and symbols and synchronicities for that timeline. So I'm going to drop this off here. I just wanted to share that with y'all, where I've been, what's been going on with me, as my phone is going off right now with work stuff. So I feel like I'm in a barrel and I'm at the bottom, but somebody just took the lid off. And the somebody is the divine, and I can look up and see that frequency, that energy, that light. Because you can't know the light without the dark, and you can't know the dark without the light. And when you realize that the divine embodies all of it, it's okay to not be okay. All right? Peace.